I know, right? Look at that. Oh, it's live. Look who I got with me. Shane, show everybody your shipping out haircut.
Oh yeah, I shaved my head.
Looks really good.
No more spikes.
No more Pauly D.
Mm-mm. When you don't win your bets, you have to shave your head. That's like pretty much the cardinal rule of gambling. That's what I've been told.
So, as everyone knows, Shane came on here and he was on a 12-2 heater, and since then he has won no bets.
Yeah. Week 1, 2, really good. Week 3, 4, I need to get a CDL license.
Well, look, for those just joining, this is the Outlier Show, and I have my good buddy Shayne Trails here. I appreciate you being here, dude. Eagles off a gross win. I am looking at a Circa receipt for $1,200 on my desk, which I need to figure out paying.
Oh god.
So, look, guys, look. I got Shane on so that we could talk. We're gonna talk a little football, and then I'll kick Shane off, and then I'm gonna look at a little bit of hockey. We have hockey at 1:00. Real quick on that, I see Gio in the chat. I like the Panthers in this. I took a Bennett because we're not gonna be able to get to that game. I took Sammy Bennett on an alt shots over. I like him to get 4. His line's at 2.5. It's juice, but I like him to get 4. He didn't have a lot of attempts against Buffalo, but that whole entire game was slowed down. We should just do NHL first. I want to, but we can't because I got to be respectful of Shane's time and the sport that's paying our bills. So just so everyone knows, yeah, I like Benny to do some alt shots there. We'll go to the other ones after that. And I like Utah money line because people seem to not understand that team is good. That being said, Shane, let's get into the nonsense right now. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's a weird layout. I don't really care. Whatever. That's fine. I'm gonna make it bigger. You can also see everybody that I was looking at hockey before you got here. All right. So, Shane, what are you thinking on tonight? On this game? Well, first
We'll
of
start
all,
off
how
with
did what? How did you do? How'd you do yesterday? Because I raked yesterday. Like we're literally getting new doors and windows installed right now because that's how good yesterday was for me.
Listen, when you can upgrade your home off your winning bets, that's when you know you're having a good weekend.
It's equity back into equity. I love it.
um, Yesterday, decent. I had Ravens -6.5, Packers -4.5. I had one stinky bet, Cowboys +4. Then I had
Why did
Chargers
you
and
do that?
Bengals.
Oh man, I mean, I'm surprised because you do a lot of like line read stuff and
Yeah.
like and it's great, but it's funny because like let me ask you this on a team like the Cowboys where you know they're always public, is that impacting the way that you're looking at their lines going forward?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like in the NFL, people try to quantify injuries on the defensive line or cornerbacks to the spread. And they were like, "Oh, the Cowboys, should be like 6-point underdogs here." And the problem really is majority of players besides quarterbacks don't influence the spread. And I feel like people were getting a little away with that, saying like looking at the Cowboys injury report, saying the Lions are going to smoke them. And 9 times out of 10, like obviously a public week last week, pretty much sure every public team and every road favorite won. So it kind of just fed into the theme yesterday. But for the long run and for the grand scheme of things, injuries to corners and linebackers don't influence the spread. And if you place a bet based off an injury report, probably not the best advice I could give you to do.
Yeah, I agree. It's usually I love fading that kind of steam chasing. To be totally
Yeah.
honest, like the reality of the situation is like yesterday, I was on Browns +8.5, and my entire cap was I do not see anything that tells me why the Eagles should be laying 8.5 to anybody.
Exactly. And
I
they were
don't care
big
how
movement
bad. Oh, I don't
because
care how bad because if the cap is James Winston may come in at halftime, it's like you know James Winston actually stinks. He's just really good for vibes.
mhm.
So
But that kinda goes
uh,
to my main point. The A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith coming back, that spread shot up to double digits. Like, I don't think those 2 players are worth, like, 4 or 5 points to the spread by any means.
and Gio pointed out, the fall from starter to backup in position is much smaller than it is for quarterback. It's quarterback's what matters.
Yeah.
That quarterback is literally all that matters. That's why it was no. It was. I didn't even blink twice about taking the Steelers because Aiden O'Connell is terrible, and
Yeah.
Winston is great for picking up empty calorie stats while losing the game by 21. He's awesome. All right, so tonight this line's moved back and forth. Really, for all intents and purposes, a pick 'em. If anyone's telling you I'm taking the Jets with the points, like, all right, cool, man. So many games, like, but whatever. Jets even money, Bills minus 116. Initial reads, what do you like?
I think firing a Hackett will do this team tremendously. I don't think Hackett was good. I'm happy they got rid of him.
Hackett's still there though.
Yeah, but I'm sorry, Salah. I meant Salah. I
Solid. Yeah,
apologize.
I agree.
I think he was gifted a really good defense in San Francisco with Fred Warner and Al Shazier, and that good defense made him a better coach than he really is. And I'm happy that he's gone. And for that reason, I'm going to be taking the Jets plus 2.5 tonight.
I like the Jets as well. A lot of it for me is I think that I didn't expect it to happen. So we talked about it a couple weeks ago when you and I were both like, my dog is going up the stairs for some reason. We were talking about how I think it was the Bills Jags game, and it was a system play because everybody was on the Jags, and you and I were like, yeah, the Bills are going to smoke this team because a good version of the Bills is very good. A bad version of the Bills is skids, and I don't see that being any different tonight. I think that it's a Jet spot. Aaron Rodgers got what he wanted, and I'm not going to. When the Bills are not doing well, it is very hard for that team to pump the brakes.
Mm-hmm.
So,
if you just look at the strength of schedule for the Bills, like everybody had them and Josh Allen MVP tickets after the first 2 weeks, but they played a Tua-less Dolphins, the Jaguars, who haven't won a game yet this NFL season, and then they played some real teams and the Ravens and the Texans, and they lost both. So, I mean, I feel like the inflation of the power rankings of the Bills out the gate was really strong, and now they're playing, competent teams, and they're losing. So, it makes sense.
Let me see. I didn't realize. Oh wow, in Outlier, there's a whole strength of schedule thing here. With
Cardinals at home, stinky. I mean, Tua-less Dolphins and the Jacksonville Jaguars. I mean, those teams combined have what, 3 wins? Jacksonville doesn't have 1.
Yeah, I mean, I think the Jets are like someone. I mean, I just think that the Jets have better guys in there. I don't know what. I also think Josh Allen's hurt. So
that hand is very much so in play, being hurt.
Yep. Nope. I agree. So that is in play for me. Like as a side, I do like the Jets. I like them on the money line. And I like the under in this game. I know everyone's kind of trending towards like saying, "Oh, we like the over here." I like the under on this. This Jets play really, really slow. Bills play pace up, but they don't have anybody to play pace up with. I like the under. I was actually one thing I did was I teased up the Jets to 7, and then I teased up the total to 47.5. But okay, prop wise, what is a prop that you like tonight?
I'm gonna go. So in gambling here, you kind of have to go off volatility. That James Cook turf toe. Do we think he plays?
We were talking about this. So I think he plays. I took his over. I took his over receiving yards because I literally think he's the de facto wide receiver 1 based on. I mean, Kincaid's obviously there, but I think everyone else is like a non-playable character.
Yeah. My kind of angle here, if it's either James Cook over rush yards, because that Jets defensive line is very, very bad. Their defensive end, Will McDonald, ranks out of 109 defensive ends against the run, he ranks 109th. So he only pass rushes. That's his only way he wants to beat out Hassan Reddick if he does come back. And then their inside lineman, Javon Kinlaw, ranks 110th out of 117 against stopping the run. So I'm with you on the James Cook over rushing yards, but I'm going to be a little bit of a degenerate here, and I'm going to say he doesn't play. And I took a plus 750 on a Ty Johnson anytime touchdown.
I was looking for, I was looking for Ty Johnson as my backup here. Like I'll take his TD.
Yeah, 8-1 against a very, very bad run defensive line.
He's also the goal line. Even if he plays, Ty Johnson's been the goal line back.
Mm-hmm. So, people were talking about possibly getting outworked by who's it? Ray Davis. But if you look at last week, Ty Johnson 21 snaps to Ray Davis 2 snaps. So I'm not really worried about a Ray Davis sighting tonight.
Ty Johnson 7-1. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. Yeah. I'm gonna put it in now. It's fine. I mean, I get it. Look, he had he's already got 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, like
his red zone target share is his red zone rush share is fine. I mean, he had a he's getting red zone attempts, man. He's at least one red zone rush attempt in 8 of the last 10 games he's played.
I'm with it. And like I said, the Jets defensive line is very poor at stopping the run. They're way better at the pass rush. So if you want to get really, really crazy, it's 120-1 for a Ty Johnson 2 rushing touchdowns.
That's crazy. We're gonna have to take it. So
I'm actually one, and your RB1's got a turf toe against a weak defensive line.
On FanDuel, I'm seeing 100. Yeah, so 100-1. It must have just moved. Yeah, we'll take it.
Yeah, I did take a little bit of that 120-1, so I made a move.
All right, we'll take it. What do we got? We got E-Bomb and Rosenberg. I'm in with Ty Johnson. Let's go. Yeah, so I took the James Cook receiving, simply because the Jets are not really great at is defending running backs who can catch the ball at all. And I expect him just to get 1 or 2. And if he doesn't play, and that's fine.
Yeah.
That's one that I do like. I don't like him to score. I don't think they're going to put him in a situation where I don't think he's going to get that 3 touchdown type of work. So I'm putting him here for the over 15.5. And I keep getting asked this. People are like, people will pay like. Well, you and I have different views on this, but your view is different because it's based on the spread. Mine's view is based on the prop. So a spread is actual quantitative ability to say, hey, this is worth this point if you're paying this price. You can't really do that on props because they're low liquid and it's low limit. All these people are like, oh my God, I'm going to take James Cook under 14.5 because it's a key number at 115, which obviously is a 5-cent difference. But for the sake of this argument, just hear me out. When I got 15.5, it was even money. If you look at what the floor over is for when he goes over this, it's 16. And what I mean by floor over is when he goes over the number 14.5, the lowest that he has is always at least 16. Did this with AJ Brown yesterday. When AJ Brown goes over 65.5, guess what his floor is? It's 80 yards. So that's why I took AJ Brown 80. This is a good way to approach a prop because it ends up giving you less exposure for the entire situation. So I took James Cook receiving over 15.5. My point is kind of disproven right now because the price is just nominal. It doesn't really matter. But basically, you like it. I like it until 15.5 because that is what, if he's going to go over, the floor is 16. The ceiling looks like 48. I don't think he's getting 48. And the Jets, while it says that they're really good, if you look at their game log, they're very stinky against running backs. Okay. Other one that I like, I don't think the turf toe is a real thing, but neither here nor there. Yeah. Just say he's got a Liz Frank injury if you're going to do that. I like Josh Allen under 18.5 completions. This has, it's got what's 117. It's 132 on FanDuel. It's not 117. I love it. Besides the fact that he just doesn't go over this, the Bills are second. They're the second slowest pace in the league. Their second fewest receptions that they've given up. There aren't a ton of targets for this guy to throw to. The Bills, actually, when you look at their receptions, they are the 4th least amount of receptions they're getting out of anybody. So all of this is leading me to, and I also don't think Josh Allen is 100% healthy. So all this is leading to me to say that, like, I don't know if he's going to get a 19 for 30 type of game. I know that he's done it a lot against the Jets, but these are pace-up games where Mike White was quarterback or somebody like that. Was it absolutely a much more of a pace-up game than an Aaron Rodgers pace-down game? So give me under 18.5 completions. I didn't like the attempts as much because it could still just be firing if they're losing and that kind of thing. But I think that like I said, I think he's got a bunch of non-playable characters as his weapons right now, other than Dalton Kincaid, because Shakir's probably going to be out. So so that's what I think on that. What else did you like?
I tweeted out this before. Garrett Wilson's a primetime demon. If you look at his last primetime games, including with Zach Wilson as quarterback, he's had 13 receptions, 13 targets, 14 targets, 10 targets, 11 targets, 10 targets. And I think he's going to get fed here in primetime against Rasul Douglas, who has been targeted a total of 17 times.
Former Eagle 3rd round pick.
Yeah,
Rasul
stinky. He's been
Douglas.
targeted 17 times this season. He's allowed 13 of them been hauled in. When targeted, he allows 140 passer rating for 13 yards per reception. So add on to Garrett Wilson being fed in prime time against a stinky Rasul Douglas. I'm interested in Garrett Wilson over receiving yards.
Yeah, I like this. You like the over receiving yards, or you like the over receptions?
Probably receptions more, honestly, than receiving yards.
Well, he's off a 13 reception game. Jesus.
Yeah, no, he gets absolutely fed. Like, it's crazy. In prime time in general, he gets fed, even with stinky quarterbacks. So I don't think Russell Douglas is going to be able to hold his jock strap tonight.
This game was this game. This is the opening game of the season. That's a primetime game. That was a primetime game. It was Christmas Eve. Let me just see these other ones too. Yeah, I'm just looking at his primetime stuff. Like,
Yeah, New England,
no, that
9
was after.
receptions.
That was the afternoon. That was a primetime game. That was not. That wasn't. That I believe was. That certainly was.
It should be New England, San
That
Francisco,
was different.
Cleveland, and Raiders.
Yeah, the Raiders. The Raiders one was. That's right.
Yeah,
Um,
I think he had 14 targets in that game.
I think he also had like Boyle or somebody throwing to him.
Yeah.
Or Zach Wilson. Okay.
Mhm.
60 looks good, man.
Or
60
receptions,
looks good.
honestly. It's 6.5. I would rather have a 5.5 though than a 6.5.
If it was minus 120, that's perfectly fine. I would take that.
Okay. Yeah, I see 5.5 MGM minus 120.
5.5 MGM minus. Yeah, that's insane. Yeah,
Okay.
MGM minus 120.
Okay.
That's just yeah.
I
That's
think
what I say.
6 receptions definitely in play.
I think 6 receptions is pretty easy. I think it's game script proof too. He had 13, dude. Okay, I like that. On the other side with this, I like another one that I had bet. I took Brees Hall 30 receiving yards. Where is it?
I'm with that. I like that.
Yeah. Look, Brees Hall is not. He's explosive if he finds a hole, but I don't think that that's really what he has proven to be pretty good at. Plus 108 for his 30. This is a great example of a play that is, look at his floor. So look, his line is set at like Riley. Are you serious? My dog's barking. And so look, you have this where his line is 24.5. And whenever he goes over this, the floor appears to be 29. He's also only got 90 times out of 100 it's actually going way over that. So give me it plus money, plus 108. Rock that. Brees Hall, receiving yards. Him, no Lazard today. No Lazard today. All right, let the fantasy nerds do that. We are getting a question. Allen, longest completion under 35.5. He's never taken this. He's never getting this. Do you have any thoughts on it?
Longest completion?
Yeah.
So
there's a reason I don't. The only reason I don't like it is because the Jets' defensive ADOT is really high. It's like second highest in the league. It's like 9.5. So ADOT is a nerd stat. That means average depth of target. It means how much yards are you giving up on the initial catch. So for me, the thing is that the team has a really high ADOT. I try to stay. I like them. I do that for an over. I do that for an over it because it means that they're giving up that initial yardage. I mean, Allen never fucking hits this.
do they have a?
Oh, he did the
last
2 games. Never mind. He did the last 2 games. He did it. I faded him all of these games, and suddenly he's done it. I don't know. I don't like it. So
yeah, I mean, Houston's kind of like a run and gun defense. They don't have the most stingy defense. I don't think. I don't know. 35.5 does seem low, but I don't know. It's a tough one.
I don't know. I don't like it. I think that there are better ways to fade Josh Allen than this. I would rather take his under passing yards.
Put it this way: if James Cook's out, they're gonna be able to do 2 high safety, and he ain't getting that.
He's not getting that at all. So, all right. Who else is saying so? Wilson's alt 10 receptions is plus 850 on hard.
And that's not crazy considering the targets. It's really not, which is just insane.
So many targets. Thoughts on the Allen under 40.5 passing yards in the first quarter.
Pass yards?
I mean, I don't have his splits in front of me. It's just the problem that I have. I mean, it's actually, I like it because of how slow the Jets play. And it's just
he's only done it one time this year.
He's only done it one time.
1 for 5.
Then I like it. We got another person, Coleman, under 45 receiving. So, like, there's a Scott Reichel was also trying to talk me into this. I mean, the thing is about Coleman is that he's big play or nothing, which is why I don't like under 45 receiving. I see him under 35.
Yeah,
so
that's a
just
crazy
you know.
number.
That's a crazy number. If you want to do under, the crazy number is very, very, very low. So
I take under that 45 all day, and I take over the real number of 34. Nice middle.
I would take this over 35. I'll take under 45.
Yeah,
But
10-yard middle for you.
That's if you really found that, that's great. I mean, over 35 though, he's just kind of like, I look at it. Let's see how many targets he gets. I mean, he got 5 targets, 1 reception, 4 targets, 1 reception. Yeah, he's basically if Shakir's out, this thing is dead. How does Matt Collins have more targets than he does? That is nuts. I like it. I like the over on it, so I'm going to put it aside.
Yeah, I like the over 35 as well if Shakir's out. I mean, we're kind of all playing a little injury stuff here, and like honestly, if Tyler Conklin's out, that Ohio State
Conklin out too.
He's questionable with the hip, and he was limited his last practice, not a full participant, which is kind of
Ruckert. Dude, Ruckert's been good either way. I like Ruckert.
Yeah,
I like Ruckert.
I was teetering with a full speculation parlay of Ty Johnson anytime plus 750 and a Ruckert anytime plus 1800.
Dude, look at Ruckert. This is Ruckert's usage while Ty Conklin's playing.
Yeah, so
I think Ruckert over receiving yards is absolutely in play.
It's not even what 7 yards I see.
It's 6.5, and it's 7 yards. So it's even money.
Yeah, and if he's gotten 1 target, he's hit that pretty much in 8 of his last 10 games. If he gets 1 target,
5.5. So which he hits it. Yeah, he's just gonna even if he gets 1 target. I like that. I like that a lot, and I think that him being him to get a touchdown being 17-1 is crazy. Look at the snap. I want to look at his snap count.
I saw 18-1 for any time for him.
Football guys. Let me see this.
Speculation parlay. Ty Johnson, Jeremy Ruckert pays the mortgage and next month's mortgage.
Okay, so just to have it on the Bills, not the Jets. Let me just see. New York Jets. Let's see. Conklin 82. Ruckert had 33% of the snaps last week, man.
Put it this way: if you filter Jeremy Ruckert 1 target, he's hit this in 12 of his last 15 games.
I like it.
So you're basically betting on him to get a target, and then you're going to roll the odds of 80%. So,
okay. So first of all, we're walking away with we're going to do a Ruckert. We're doing a Ruckert and Ty Johnson touchdown
speculation plays.
Speculation. Yeah.
Injuries.
I like Jeremy. Sam is in here. I'm taking the Ruckert is good. I like Ruckert. I'm going to take this. I'm going to take Ruckert. And then we want them both to get TDs. Okay. So here's what we got a lot of, guys. We both like the Jets. We both like Ty Johnson to get a touchdown. Shayne likes him to get 2.
Hunter, hey, it came down a little bit.
I like James Cook receiving yards. Shayne does not, but he was being polite. I like the Josh Allen underpassing completions. Shayne also likes it, so it's fine. We both like Garrett Wilson over receptions. We both like Breece Hall over receiving yards. We're not recommending Keon Coleman, but if you really do see that he went for 40, if you have to play it, I'd say over. I'm not a big Keon Coleman guy, so I don't really care. In fact, I don't want this on here and people getting confused. But we both love Jeremy.
Real deal.
Yeah, we both like Jeremy Ruckert, so we could definitely agree to that. Jeremy Ruckert, and then we're gonna do the speculative parlay of Jeremy Ruckert and Ty Johnson.
Anytime.
Parlay. Anytime TDs. Nice. All right. Dude, this was good, man. All right. Yeah. What else you got going on?
If you think it looks gross, it's a primetime game and it fits the narrative. Primetime games are always disgusting.
They really are. I'm just putting these plays in there for everybody. All right. How's everything else?
Good. Getting ready for college football. Hit some openers yesterday. I'm from Philadelphia, and I will be on T for Temple U this weekend against Tulsa.
Dude, Tulsa's bad. Temple's awful, but Tulsa's bad.
I took a little minus 130 money line. But other than that,
are they playing at the Link or are they playing in Oklahoma?
They're playing at the Link.
Yeah, no one's going to be there.
Head down.
That's not bad. I don't know. I got to get down there now that my wife will let me leave to go do things because our kids can walk. I can come down and
you're fixing up the house. She should let you go get some beers with the boys.
Right, dude. Orioles futures pay for everything.
There you
Well,
go.
those futures paid for everything last year. This year,
Yeah.
when we faded them, it was great.
Who do you think wins it
Uh,
all?
Probably the. Who do I want to win it all, or do I think
Yeah,
wins it all?
let
I
me
think
double ask that question. Who do you want and who do you think?
I want the Guardians.
Yeah,
Or one of the Guardians or the Mets. I think, but I think that the Mets. I think the Mets look like they have that magic again, even though Senga was a very weird thing.
yeah,
I actually do think the Yankees win it all, which
yeah,
kind of
I'm with
stinks.
you. I think the Yankees win it all, and I want the Mets. As a Phillies fan, I just want to see a team that's new. I don't know.
I did. It's very hard for me to look at that Phillies Mets series and be like the team that played better didn't win. Like Mets have been magic since June. Good for them.
Yeah, as an under win total holder, it looked good for the
We
first three
both were.
months,
We both got smashed on that. If they're gonna do it, they better
and then
go all the way.
they called up Vientos. JD Martinez came back, and they look like a real ball club.
I agree. All right, Shayne, where can everybody find you?
You can find all my work at Shayne Trail on Twitter. I spell my name unfortunately kind of weird. It's Shayne and then Trail. Just pretty much go and spout all my nonsense on Twitter.
There's a lot of good nonsense too. And then there's sometimes when I jump in because Shane's like my little brother, and when someone gets some crap, I jump in and I
Yeah.
yell at them. That's actually how Shane and I met because someone was like
Yes.
yelling at Shane,
Me and
and I
Adam
was
did
like,
meet.
"Don't you yell at him!" And
Someone
Shane
was
was like,
bullying me, and Adam stepped in about a
"That's
year or
pretty
2
much
years
what
ago.
happened, dude. That's what I do. I step in. If someone, no, like I always say this, no one can bully my friends except for them. Sam Wagman knows this very well. If
Yes,
I
yes.
told Sam, I tell Sam all the time. If anyone else bullies you other than me, they're dead. All right,
Exactly.
cool, man. Get out of here. I'm gonna look at hockey.
All right, thanks, man. Good seeing you guys, and go Jets.
I'll talk to you later. All right, guys. Gonna look at a couple hockey things now too. So let's take a look. And let me see. Where am I? Custom layout. I'm doing my boomer thing that Sam loves. Oh, there we are. Okay, cool. So really like that Ruckert play. Like I got to be honest, I think I'm gonna take Ruckert now. His receiving yards, even money, dude. That's crazy. Yeah, I think I'm gonna take that now. Okay, cool. Hockey. Okay, cool. We are going to do. I'm going to look at a couple hockey things. So there's a couple things. Let me see. I would watch time boost just because of that compliment. I do. I appreciate that. So like, um, hold on. Let me just find it. Let me just this guy. I got to put this stupid code in. So Jeremy, I love this Jeremy Ruckert play. I don't know why I'm now obsessed with it, but I do like it. I'm gonna look at this football. Let me just look at the game logs against. I just want to see how the Bills have done against tight ends. I mean, everybody gets a catch, man. Even the backups get a catch. Yeah, I'm doing this. I will do that. I'm gonna do he's only got 35% of the snaps, so I'm gonna do a half a unit on this one. So Jeremy Ruckert over 6.5 is done. Okay, guys. All right, we're here. Let's look at some hockey. All right, so there's a game that goes on now, and I like Utah. There's this other one I like Florida. There's my dog barking, so I can only do like a few minutes. I like this. So I like the Rangers tonight. I like Igor playing. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go on my looking at all the different teams here. We can look at a couple different players. Here's a team that I know that I think is stinky. Oh, look at this. Okay, so here's a good one, guys. Let's find some props in this Isles game. This Isles Avs game. Avs stink, and like there's a very sharp bet from a very very good human being that I know named Mr. Geofits. We took them not to make the playoffs. All right. And I would love for that to happen. I think that team is just, I think that team's got problems. So I do like the Isles. They're being priced like they got problems too. So I am absolutely in on the over in this game. Let me take a look. What I like to do is you guys can't see me right now, but I am on Natural Stat Trick. And then I go to teams and I go to season stats. And then we're a little early in the season, but what I like to do is I still like to look at some shots attempts, shots for, shots against. We got my guy Rogue, who's Canadian, who's telling me who says Bo Horvat is good for a goal or 2 points. Islanders, I like it. I like it a lot. Sam reminding me that I get the CTR and the average watch time boost simply because I told him that no one can bully him but me. All right. So anyway, I like looking at the shots against. Let's kind of look down here. Avs have not given up a ton of shots against, but let me look at the Fennec against. Fennec is shots that are blocked. So I'm gonna look at that. What's going on? And then Geo is in here too. I mean, it's a little early for some of this crap, but I still like doing it. I just don't really like the Avs. So that all being said, I'm gonna go to look at some of the individuals because I want to get some of the Isles. I want somebody on the Islanders. That's who I'm gonna go. By overlook. Yeah, dude. I just think that game's gonna get goals. I'm just not impressed with anything. Look, the Isles blow leads. So I'm gonna do. Let me take a look here on the Isles. New York Islanders. Let's do it. We will submit and look at this way. Isles. This is the game that I really want to target for them. So Isles off getting shut out. Shut out to Dallas. So we're not gonna do that. Dig into Declare. Let's see. Well, I'm about to show you what my stats are telling me, and my stats are telling me. My stats are giving me something I care about. Is giving me Palmieri, Horvat, Duclair, not bad. Duclair is second on the team in high danger scoring chances. Let me just see something with him. Daily face-off. Where's do we know where Duclair is? Do we know what line he's going on right now? Let's just see. Duclair's fun too. Oh, he's on the top line. Oh, I didn't realize that. That's a great value then. Yeah, he's on first line. No, that's a good shot. So here's a reason. This is a reason why you guys need to talk to Gio. Gio, knowing that he's on the top line and he's with with Barzal and Horvat, that's a good call out. I mean, Duclair's always in there. Just funny, he hasn't his. Let me just look through. He's right up there. I think declare points is probably what I want to do. Let's take a look. In this game. Duclair's a grinder, man. He's just good and he gets in there real well. I just want to see what his I mean, look, he's on the top line. I like him for a point. Yeah, dude. Plus 105 for him to have a point. I'm in. 100% in. I like that a lot. He is also on the first power play. This is a great play. This is a fantastic play from Gio. Gio's getting the credit on this one. I like Duclair here. Horvat not too bad, but I would definitely go with Duclair. And the reason why, let me see if I can stop the sharing and I can show everybody what I'm looking at. Stop my sharing and then I'm going to share a screen. I'm going to go to Chrome tab. All right, so here's what I'm doing, guys. I have one natural stat trick. I'm looking at the Isles. I will look at a lot of things like the IPP, which is basically them creating their own points. I will also look at IFF. It's them creating their own shots. As you can see, Palmieri is killing it. Horvat killing it. Duclair's right there, man. Duclair is right up there in that top five. He's creating his own scoring chances. This is a very high expected goal too. It's a very high one, 0.59. I like that a lot. Do I sort or rates? I do. We haven't gotten there yet. I mean, I have to do some of the counts right now because we're so short. But I'll do the rates. We could look at the rate because like Duclair's obviously at the top here for a lot of stuff. There he is right there. He's over 60. This is great. Mike Riley obviously is being on the point. Brock Nelson. Yeah, I think Duclair is a really good one. The individual, the high danger scoring chances for 6. This is awesome. That's an awesome. I mean, so that is a guy who's making things happen. That's actually what's really impressive about this is that this is his high danger scoring chance stuff means that he is and it's higher than Brock Nelson's and he's on the top line. This coming that Gio is giving us some awards. His 11.8%. What is that? Expect for I don't know what that means. He's getting on the doorstep of a lot of his shots. He's also found there's an inverse signal in that he is much into the data than I am. But I like Declare. We're gonna go Declare. Declare's awesome. This is what does it for me is this high danger scoring chances. Like he's up there in the top 4 in creating rebounds. He doesn't take penalties so far. Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. This individual Fennec 4 is I like it a lot. Super useful. Yeah, the F thing. I need to figure that one out. And like his time on ice is high. So yeah, man, we're gonna go with Declare. That's a good one. All right, guys. Look, I gotta go because my kids are now here. But send me that link. We're gonna take a Declare point. Love you guys. You guys, this was a good show. Got a bunch of plays out of it. I'll talk to you all soon. Tag me, tag whoever at Hey Rosenberg at outlier.bet. One word, .bet. And I'll talk to you guys later. You guys are all awesome. Take it easy. Oh, hold on. 4 people watching. Basically, shooting percentage. Send them shots on goal. Something like that. Yeah. It's a Fenwick shot percentage, which is great. We all like Fenwick here. So we like people to not block shots. So I gotta see that. Gio, is that in my is that in Natural Stat Trick too? Let me see. Is it? Let me see. Everyone gets to watch us do this. So anyway, he can tell me later. Show me if it's in our Natural Stat Trick. I'll talk to you guys later.